Hello and welcome back to Goomadese Coins and Banknotes, and today we have some Portuguese banknotes, and these are Notgeld. So Notgeld are notes that are issued not by the normal regular authority like a central bank or the finance ministry, but by either state or provincial governments. Could be private businesses, it could be some authority within the actual government, so like a railway authority, and in this case it's a hospital. So these are, I would say, probably not circulating currency. So a lot of the Portuguese Notgeld were issued during the First World War and also after. So probably these are supposed to have been issued 1917 to 1920, and all of the ones I've seen are uncirculated, because on this banknote it says, so down below in Portuguese it has in English, if you're a friend of good, make these notes useless. So I would surmise is that these were not actually circulating, although you could probably use them within the hospital grounds, probably around the local place as well. And the place is called Across de Valdeves and Hospital St. Joe's. This is still extant, it's also still a hospital. We have the coat of arms of Portugal with the crown. So these were issued during the, actually supposed to be the monarchy, but the monarchy ended in 1911 or 1912. And the currency is escudo equals 100 centavos. So it doesn't say, so centavos is down there. And these are issued in 5, 10. The 10 actually looks quite nice. We have the 20, which is green. We have the 30, which is like a black. And then we have the 50, so the highest denomination they issued is red. So I surmise that these were banknote or issued probably as part of a fundraising endeavour. So, and because of the goodwill of the people, they were not really used, so that you can get them pretty much uncirculated. And we'll have a look at some of the other Portuguese Notgeld. A lot of them are circulated, so they did circulate around in the country. So here we have the hospital itself. So this is the front facing the road, and we have a wall, so there's a road right in front of it. And this stairway that we see here has been reconstructed, so it's more in extent. It's actually quite a steep slope, so the slope is down here and there's another stairway coming all the way down. And also on the other side we have a woman with a child, so in her care, so it might be her child or maybe someone she's looked after, and given, looks like, food to a child that's in hunger. So that's what hospitals do, to actually help look after the vulnerable. So I want to look at the 10. It's actually quite a nice banknote. Now some people will not call these banknotes, but I don't care, I just call everything a banknote. And the 10, blue, yellow and red make this nice colour, because they're primary colours which in art used to actually make over different colours. So it looks like this side, the blue is actually a lot darker than this side. Now I had these for probably at least 20 years, and I just sold them for $40. So that's probably on the low range of the price. Usually they cost about $50. Okay, so now we're going to look it up. Numista has the extensive series of the banknotes now. Probably about a year ago, Dan, you had like the 5 and the 10 centavos. Now they've got 20, 30. Looks like they've got 250. So these are 89 millimeters times 60 millimeters. Looks like this big version as well, but that needs, not too sure if that's actually true. I've never purchased apart from that set. And they seem to be all the same size. So click on the 5 centavos. So you got a translation of what it says on the actual banknote. And if we want to look at the actual building itself, so I've looked up. So the municipalities across the Valdeves, also the San Jose. So here's two buildings of the actual hospital itself, and you've got a lot of other pictures of buildings, but I don't find any information on this Notgeld. And then, well, this is just a supplementary. So a lot of other countries, mostly during the First World War and after, issued Notgelds. Except for the Philippines, they issued them during the Second World War. And a lot of this is due to a scarcity of metals. Now, a lot of the French, so Senegal is part of the French Empire at the time. They issued, 1919. A lot of them also during the Second World War. Latvia Notgeld. So Notgelds are very interesting. So during and after the First World War. Chinese, I don't find any information on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if there were provincial issues. Now the Russian ones, they have a Civil War page, but a lot of these are Notgelds issued by varying governing bodies. So it's like these ones on ruble, definitely a Notgeld. Okay, so if you want to find information on the hospital, the Santa Casina, so this is the municipality of across the Valdeves. They have a website. It has a lot of information. So here's the English translation. It's all in Portuguese, so you can just translate it with Google or whatever translator you got. So, and it says that this was inaugurated in 1885. And we have another picture on the same website. So you can see that there's a staircase there. So yeah, so this is the original staircase, and this has been added later. And also at the back of the building, it seems to be that has been extended sometime. Probably it looks like 1920s or 1930s architecture. So that's actually quite nice. And we've got some information. So here's the actual municipality across the Valdeves. Don't even know if I pronounced that properly. It looks quite beautiful. So here's the actual Roman bridge over Vez River. So Roman bridge, it probably would have been reconstructed quite a few times. I needed to look up that Roman bridge. And obviously total area 447.6 square kilometers, population 22,000, so the population is quite small. Patron saint, so Pial. Let's have a look who that is, because I have no idea. Okay, Pelagius of Cordoba, 926, was a Christian holy boy who died as a martyr in Cordoba in southern Spain. Okay, so not really anywhere close to where the actual building is, but that's not surprising. And if we go to Google Maps, so here we have a Google Maps of Portugal, so northern Portugal. Here's Galicia in Spain, and if you want to look over there, the Basque region is over here, Madrid, so it's closest to the Porto and Braga. So where is it? Here it is. So you can actually look at the actual town, and if we go to satellite, you can see it's quite an extensive town, quite nice. And the building is, so there's the Vez River, so this is the actual building itself, so it's quite nice. And you can also look up, okay, street view. So it's been fenced off since it's been constructed, so they've probably had trouble in the past with people breaking in and damaging the building. And the garden's actually not quite nice. So here we have the actual staircase itself. Here's the front of it. And if you can Here's the road. Oh, wow. Who needs to go and get a... Okay, that's walking. I don't want walking. Okay, so here's the actual car. So there's... Okay, I never knew they actually have walking. So this is last year and they're doing renovations on it. Or probably just repainting or topping it up. So it's actually not too bad. And it looks like they've had problems here. So they've had to rip everything up. Probably to put better drainage. It looks like it's put better drainage in. Anyway. And basically that is these banknotes. Took me quite a while to find out where this place was. But if you're wanting to find information on it, just look up Across de Valdeves and Hospital de St. Joseph. So, and I'm not too sure who this provider is. But here is a list of providers. So this one seems to be Amoy. So we're looking at... Looks like this is Germano Jose de Amorium. So, and he was 1917, 19, and also 1920 to 30. So had an extensive. So I'm saying that's definitely going to be signature, not this person here. The actual limit doesn't match up. So anyway, hope this helps you with your banknote collecting. Just remember, you can do research like this on your banknotes, and also it's just a pretty interesting part of history you can look up. Thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.